Welcome back to my channel. My name is Corey Phillips, and I am a college student and also founder and CEO of Social Storm LLC. Welcome back. This video, I'll be discussing my 12-week plan as far as my summer, as far as my entrepreneurship as a student, and also my personal growth. This summer, I will be doing a commercial real estate internship with Related Midwest, downtown Chicago. They manage over $4 billion in assets under management. So I'll be doing programming and engagement for them, working with different companies, different vendors, and also how the development process works as a whole. Another thing is I'll be managing CEO of Social Storm LLC, which is a media company where we create a platform for young entrepreneurs and leaders across Chicago to be able to have a platform to grow and build relationships and have the skill sets to be successful. As well as also having my personal life. I'm a brother, I'm a triplet. I'm also have different relationships within people I like. So I like to give back, I'd be a mentor. I love to do fun things. So I'm using this 12-week year to be able to maximize my whole entire summer so that I can be able to excel both professionally as well as personally, because it's important to have these different avenues in my life. So I kind of discuss that breakdown and intention why, because if you're able to break them down in 12 weeks, you're able to be more intentional with the things you're doing, but also push yourself at the same time. If you don't have 12-week goals, it's kind of your like 1 year goal, it might be too long. You can't really create actionable steps that people can actually attain and actually reach those goals. So it's important to break it down to 12-week cycle where you can get a lot more done in shorter time periods, such as like time blocks, such as being able to focus on what really matters and the other aspects to help you reach those different goals and dreams that you might have. This establishes my long-term goals as a person because I see myself as a growing entrepreneur and leader throughout Chicago, throughout the world. And for me, being able to manage the different avenues, it's important for me to be well-rounded in different aspects so that I can be able to carry myself and be able to just be grounded as well as being busy at the same time. Being able to continue to accelerate as far as my profession within excelling. If I want to be able to get into commercial development, real estate, grow our family enterprise through Phillips Venture LLC, which we're going to invest in multifamily real estate, commercial properties, have stocks and equities, as well as invest in startups and venture capital. Is our plan for Phillips Venture LLC with my triplet brothers, Cameron and Christian, as well as my father, Patrick Phillips. To grow that family enterprise as well. My plan is to be able to get a job next summer as I graduate. I graduated 1 year from Sunday, so this is Tuesday, May 5th. So I want you all to understand that in 1 year I will be graduating from college and I'll be in the real world. So utilizing the summer is the most important time for me to build relationships, build up my skill set from whatever my internship offers. So being able to make sure I deliver and be on point with everything is important. But at the same time, being able to have time with my family, it's a decent paying internship, so I have more time to do things I like, things I enjoy with the people I love. So I'm taking a couple vacations outside the country, outside of Chicago. So I want to be able to maximize my opportunities regardless of where I'm at this summer. So that's my main reason to be able to grow entrepreneurially, but also be more well-rounded, is gain new ideas, gain new skill sets, so I can apply that to the rest of my life moving forward. That's why I say it's so important this summer. I want to be intentional with my 12-week goals. But the main different pillars of this video for me to go off of for my 12-week goals is to be able to have the different avenues from work and money, love and relationships, health and wellness, and purpose and spirituality. It's important to have those different avenues of your life, because what's the point of having all this money if I'm not in shape physically, if I'm not in shape mentally, if I don't have good relationship with my parents or people I love, or I'm not able to have some sort of purpose in what I'm doing each and every day, then it just defeats the whole purpose of having money or being a business owner. So if they don't all flow in sync of you as a person, then it's not going to be able to help you grow holistically, because we don't want to just be people without money but not be able to help people or be able to do other avenues of your life outside of business. So my purpose and spirituality is so important for me to give back. I believe in everything I'm doing is a reason, because there's a lot of people that don't have an opportunity to be able to have a platform to be successful through entrepreneurship or know how to use information such as financial literacy, real estate, AI, many other things, because a lot of young people just have a lot of ambition, but they don't have a lot of people that help them get there. So that's what Social Storm will be, the platform for young people to be able to put other people up as well as share information to the community and engage them towards the future. I believe it's very important for me to continue to stay around as far as my information, my purpose. I have to be able to read a book every single week. So I love my books because that's who I became as a person, by the books I read, by the things I put in my mindset. While everyone else is being distracted on social media, I'm listening to myself, a podcast, a book, something that keeps me well-rounded in different avenues of my life, from strategic marketing, finance, wealth building, mindset, budgeting, saving, relationships. All those things are so important. So I love to read different books to ingrain my mind. I love books such as Rich Dad Poor Dad is what put me on. Money Master Game by Tony Robbins. Deep Work is one of my favorite books as far as being intentional with your time. Money Master Game I mentioned earlier. Psychology of Money. Think and Grow Rich is the book that put me on as far as entrepreneurship and my mindset of believing that I deserve to be wealthy. The Secrets of the Millionaire Minds, they're saying each and every one of those pillars and sayings they see after each chapter is one of my favorite books. But I'll definitely let those books be in the description for you want to read. It's important for me to be able to implement the insights from these books into my life so that I can continue to apply it. Like I mentioned earlier, it's important just to gain new information. And especially with me being outside of school now, I can use this time to be able to grow and learn more knowledge outside of school in a more focused environment and cutting off less of these distractions. My work and money pillar is so important. This is something I'm going to do a lot of. One of my goals is to be able to save $10,000 through my internship. I know it's a hefty goal, but for me to be able to live below my means, I believe it's attainable by the end of this year. For me to have $10,000, so I can be able to utilize that for real estate. Being transparent, I want to be an investor of multifamily real estate by the time I graduate. Within 1 year from now, I will have my first real estate property in multifamily once I graduate from college. So that's something I'm setting a very important goal, and I'm going to be very intentional with the way I conduct myself over the next couple months, being frugal, but also being able to make my money work for me long-term wealth building. I also want to be able to position myself as a public speaker. So I want to be able to continue to engage more people within the community, establish myself, get more speaking engagements this summer, being able to create a documentary about myself and what I'm doing as I do interviews with different CEOs all across Chicago and different organizations such as sports teams, different wealth management companies, different people that are just prominent figures in Chicago that I'm going to start doing interviews with, and you all will stay tuned and stay updated with. And my internship will start in June, so I know that I'll be doing a lot of tours across some of the major developments in Chicago, from quantum computing to skyscrapers on Lakeshore Drive to whole entire communities being developed. So being able to understand how and why and what's the intention of these different projects and how can we convey this to our audience to make the building be more than just a development, but being a staple for communities that people can utilize for generations to come, and people can enjoy and make it a crucial part of our city of Chicago, of what makes it beautiful. It's the neighborhood. So making it that's intentional, that it benefits not just the people that's developing it, but the whole community as a whole. So that's one thing I believe I'm excited for my internship to understand, from being different perspectives of people that's well further than me, so I can be able to learn and take notes and see what it's like in the professional world outside of being in school and outside of being a student. So I'm very excited for that. So my next avenue is my health and wellness goals. This summer, I'll be doing my off-season lifting for my track and field team. This past year, I got 10th in conference, a little bit off of what I wanted. I got 8th as a sophomore. I went from 23 seconds to 22.54, which is amazing. And then this year, I made a little bit more jumps. Went down to 22.46. Wasn't where I was expecting. I opened up at that time, but I wasn't really running as well throughout the whole year. So this summer, I want to be more intentional with my start, with my explosiveness, and more being able to be more flexible and more elastic when running. So I'll be doing a lot of those things as far as my workouts in the gym, and also doing running as well, to focus on my start and my acceleration so I can be able to reach that next level of sprinting, to break 22 seconds and then break 11 seconds in the 100. So I can be able to reach my goals for my senior year and be an all-conference athlete, being top 3 in the conference. So those are my 2 goals for track and field. I want to be able to also just navigate that through my demanding schedule, by being intentional, but also having the right foods in my body, make sure I drink my water, make sure I I have enough vegetables, a well-rounded diet so that I can be able to function at a high level. Because if I'm just eating a bunch of junk food, I'm not getting enough sleep, I'm not working out, then I will not reach those goals and I will not be productive in the other avenues of my life, as far as the business, as far as the relationships, as far as everything else. So it's so important. I also want to be able to approach and be able to develop my brothers as well, because my brothers, I'm a triplet. I'm the youngest of 3. I want to be able to help them get to whatever goals that they're having. My brother Cameron, he's in Spain right now doing his foreign exchange. So we're about to visit him with today. After I shoot this video, get ready to go to the airport. But understand how we can elevate as a brother. Christian being in the mass communications, a videographer, photographer, digital marketing specialist. I'm going to be able to put him in different rooms this summer, be able to elevate together. He's going to be behind some of the documentary work, so I can be able to get him some access to different rooms that most people might not get access to. So I appreciate my brothers for everything they've done for me, so I'm going to be able to give back to them by helping them elevate career-wise and also grow our bonds as they come together. And we go on different trips together this summer. To be back together is always important. Being a triplet is so important, because it gives me perspective of being able to understand other people and have a better relationship with people in order to get things done. So I'm enjoying the development of brothers. Also working in business and life with my brothers is so important. So I'm looking forward to that this summer. The main thing with that is also being able to have strategy with my things, so I'm not able to have burnout. So just being able to have time blocks and me being able to stay on track with my times, as far as me going to work and having time to get done with Social Storm after I get done, before and after, and also have time for the weekends to spend time with my friends and people that I love. So be able to just have that strategized and implement that so that my schedules can go smoothly with all the stuff I have going on. And the last thing is my love and relationships. Talking about balancing networking and relationship skills, it's important for me to continue to put myself in new rooms of people that are better than me, like I mentioned earlier, but also being able to maintain the relationships, being intentional of how I can select my panelists for my next event, how I can invite people in the room so they can be put on as far as information, or being able to just meet new people, new audiences, to have a greater understanding of the world as a whole. Your representation of the 5 people you hang around. So I don't hang around people that have different ideas, different levels of engagement, but also people that are smarter than me. So that I can be able to challenge my mind's ideas each and every day, so that I can continue to grow as far as my relationships. I'll be able to track these different areas by doing my daily goals. I have my weekly goals each and every week, but then having my daily goals that's based off my weekly goals, so I can reach those different ideas as far as my business, as far as my personal life, as far as everything else. But it's important to have relationships with people, appreciating people that help you get to where you're going, but also be able to pull up the next generation or next person that might be in line within the community. It's a never-ending cycle of growth and opportunity to help more people get to where they want to be. Not everyone's going to be an entrepreneur. Not everyone's going to be a millionaire. But at least you can help somebody, inspire them to reach their goals or their mission or whatever they're trying to accomplish, to leave this earth somewhere better than where it was before. And when everything is said and done, are you someone that added to society, or are you someone that took away from society? And someone I want to be is someone who added an exceptional amount of value to people, especially in our communities that don't have the resources, access to this information, or people that help them bridge the gap as far as wealth, as far as economics, as far as social, as far as many other avenues. But I want to be someone to lead change and be a catalyst for growth within my community. I'm going to have a weekly system as far as how I'm going to get some of these goals done. One of my weekly goals is to be able to, just like I said, be able to go wake up, go on the train to Chicago and take the metro, where I'll usually typically probably read a book, start my audiobook in the morning, read a book, and then take some notes and plan for my day. Probably come to the office early. My internship technically starts at 8:30, but I'm going to get there at 7:30 because that's when the management gets there at 7:30. So I'm going to be in the office early so I can be able to take notes and be prepared for whatever we have for the day. And just showing that I can be someone that's a hard worker, that's diligent, and always learning. I'm a big sponge on the wall. You might see me speaking a lot now on the camera, but that's because I listen. Listening is one of the greatest things you can do as an individual in society, where everyone's too focused on trying to speak. It's important to listen. Not everyone deserves to speak in every single moment. Sit back and listen. You'll learn so much more than if you're just someone that's trying to talk about yourself or say you know everything. So that's one thing I'm going to be able to do is listen. be able to take a lot of notes and to be able to implement that into my system and my goals and update them if I'm not going off the right thing. Like if I know I can't do this thing, I would probably change it to something else that's more realistic and something that I can actually create within the time frame. Another one of my goals is to be able to shoot at least 2 YouTube videos a week, so I can have them posted, so I can provide this information and provide more value to you all within my life, within my business life, within my personal life, so that people can learn more about me as an individual and the brains and influence behind the person I am today. So you'll see a lot of documentaries, like I mentioned, to different communities, different vlogs, different interactions, more interviews. So you can get the experience of just seeing me as a person more than just someone that just talks about stocks online. I'm someone that wants to be able to create change within the community, and I'm someone that has a lot to offer to this world. So I'll be able to showcase that through my content, through my goals, through my videos, through my social media, through my website, so that we can make this summer be the most intentional summer of your lives as well, so that you can be able to reach the highest level of your vision. I'm very excited for you all. I don't want to hold too much more of your time, but this will conclude the video. I'll continue to edit more videos talking about different things I have going on in my life, from my Spain trip coming up, from me going to Fort Lauderdale, Miami, me have a couple business conferences that I'm going to, as well as meeting different people, different organizations that you will see. But make sure to like and subscribe, and let me know in the comment section what you thought about this video, or something you want to know more about. Let me know in the comment section. And I hope you all have an amazing day. Make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at CoreyPhillips3. And you all have a blessed day. Talk to you all soon. Bye.